guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a haul for you because I needed more books, right? Right, well I stumbled onto Book Outlet and the sales were just too good not to buy any of the books. And then I finished some of my first books in the series for my Christmas books at BookTube made me buy haul, so naturally I wanted to get the second from those series. I have a lot to show you today, so let's just jump into it. Okie dokie. Let's start with the series first, shall we? I had been wanting this series for a really long time. I read them a year or so ago and I borrowed my friend's copies, and ever since I finished them I'd want my own copies because they were so good. And then Book Outlet had them on sale for like $2 and I was like, mine! And that is the Uglies series by Scott Westerfeld. The first one is Uglies, then I got the second book, Pretties, the third book, Specials, and I haven't read this one yet, I've only read part of it, Extras. This is the companion novel to the series. The next book I bought from Book Outlet, I bought purely because it was a new release to Book Outlet and it was on sale for like $5 and it was a hardcover, and I don't really have anything by this author and I want to read some of her books, so I had to get it. Landline by Rowell. I don't know what this book is about. The next book I got from Book Outlet because I have the Nook version of these books. It's one of my favorite series, but they have really ugly covers. They just released some new covers for the series last year when Book Outlet had them on the site, and it was a new cover, so I had to get them. And that is the Arcana series by Kresley. This is the first one. This is Poison Princess. It's about this 16-year-old girl. She survives the apocalypse. One day, this event happens called the Flash, and most of humanity is wiped out, and it also invokes this centuries-old tarot card game where teenagers are embodiments of the tarot cards. And it turns out that Evie, the main character, is one of these tarot cards, and she's part of this game, and whoever wins the game lives on immortality until the next game is invoked. Then they had the second book on there too, and I was like, perfect, I can get both of them really cheap. This is great. The box came in the mail. I opened up the box and I pulled out this. This is Endless Night. This is the second book in the Arcana Chronicles, and this is the hideous, ugly cover. This doesn't match. So obviously I need to this just wasn't gonna work for me. I didn't like this non-matching cover business. So I had to go to Barnes & Noble and buy it again. These look so pretty together. So for those of you who follow me on Goodreads or watched my February TBR, you know that I had planned to read and read Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and I loved it so much. I wanted to run out and buy Scarlet like that day, but I have so many other books to read. I tried to not buy it immediately, but I did anyway. This is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, but this is the book that I'm going to start reading today, and I'm so excited. The excitement is real. I have been meaning to buy this book since it came out in 2013 because I have all of the other books, but the synopsis for this book just never sounded interesting to me. And then I saw the trailer for this movie and I was like, that actually looks really, really, really good. And that is The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks. This is his newest book to movie adaptation. This comes out in theaters in April. I don't even know what it's about, to be quite honest with you. All I know is what I've watched from the movie trailer. Go watch the trailer. It was a successful trailer. They did a good job making it to make me want to read the book because I went out and bought it. And this book came out in January. This is the sequel to a book I read last fall, and I bought it the day it came out because I was so excited about it. And that is Firefight by Bracken and Sanderson. I already read this. It was so good. So good. This spaceship came down to Earth and attacked us and turned some humans into epics. Epics are humans with superhuman abilities. They are not heroes. They are tyrants. They are bad guys. They take over cities. They cause a lot of death and destruction, and it's about one boy, his name is David, fight against them. Brandon Sanderson is a phenomenal writer. He can write a funny dialogue and an action sequence like no other. So after I finished reading that and I was writing my review for it on Goodreads, I found out that there was a short story between Firefight and Steelheart that I didn't know about. Mitosis by Sanderson. This was a great novella, a great bridge story because it really helps elaborate on the story. Well, I have a lot of Nook books to show you now. I also bought In Time by Alexandra Bracken. This is the short story between The Darkest Mind and Never Fade. I haven't read Never Fade yet, but I did read The Darkest Mind and it was okay. I don't know what this is about, so I haven't read this yet, but I will read this before I read Never Fade. This book also came out in January. It came out the same day as Firefight, and I bought it the same day. This book was also so good. I talked about the other two previously. Dead of Winter by Kresley. I bought the ebook version before I bought the two paperbacks of the series. I thought it was going to be the finale. I thought it was going to be a trilogy, but it's not. It's a series. So I'm really excited for that there's going to be another book, because I was kind of sad thinking that this was going to be the end. I also bought Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Matson. I could not find this book at Barnes & Noble. I went to two of them. They didn't have it, so I had to break down and buy it on my Nook. This one was so good. It's about two kids going on a cross-country road trip from California to Connecticut. I read it in like 2 days. Then I was on the Nook shop on my Nook, and I was scrolling through the $2 book section, and I came across this book, which people talk about on BookTube all the time and rave about it and how wonderful it is. So since it was $2, how can I say no to All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han? I don't know what this book is about, but everybody talks about it and how wonderful it is, so I need to read it, and it was $2, so I had to buy it. And the final book I have to show you guys today, I bought because it was also in that $2 section on my Nook app, on my Nook. And Jessica from Price is Wrong had just talked about it in her haul, and it sounded really interesting. Why not go ahead and buy it and try it and see how it is? I've never heard of this author before. Whatever Life Throws at You by Julie Cross. This is her newest book. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you guys see that? Can you see if I hold it at this awkward angle? This is about a girl whose dad is a coach for a Major League Baseball team, I believe, or a minor league baseball team, and she has a thing for this really hot pitcher on the team. Jessica explained it in her haul as well, talked about it, and it sounded really interesting, and it was cheap, so I thought, what the heck, why not? Give it a try. And those are all the books that I bought in the months of January and February. I probably didn't need any of these books since I already have so many to read. If you've watched my last haul, you know that I probably didn't need any of these books. If you have gotten any new books recently that you have thought were just fantastic and that I need to enjoy as well, tell me in the comments down below. And if you've read any of these books and really loved them, let me know. Don't spoil them for me, but tell me if they were good or not. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye! I need some Advil, and I need a snack. I need to not be sitting like this anymore. I can't explain myself to you guys sometimes. Read them all at once. This is the second book in their chronic. Oh, my brain is falling out. What just fell out? Dead of Winter. So stand up, Advil, snack in that order.